Hello everyone, you're watching the Unart show and I am Astetu Singh. Today, in the second episode of the Unart show, we will be talking to Dr. Zuzzana Dyrda. This is a continuation of our first episode, so if you have not checked out our first episode, please go and check it out. Today, on the second episode, she will be talking about her motherhood and her art practices. So without wasting any time, please let's go and check it out. Moving next, so when did you complete your studies? I mean, your doctorate studies, the PhD, so called. And how important was it for you?
I completed my doctoral studies in 2017, so about 5 years ago.
5 years. So you're Dr. Zuzzana Dyrda for like last 5 years.
Yeah, but
What's so
special about
it? It does matter. Come on, not everyone does PhD. I mean, how was the overall experience?
It's only important for the academic.
Is it?
Life.
Are you sure? I mean,
why would you need? It's an academic degree, so you need it for if you decide to have an academic career. Then you need it, obviously.
So you started as an art student in bachelor's. You did your master's in arts. Then you did your PhD in...
I started as a university student for my bachelor's.
Studying what?
In the neighborhood University of Wrocław. Because I was not enrolled. I didn't pass the entry exams for the art academy.
At this art academy where I study.
Yes.
It's like difficult to get in the school.
For the printmaking program, it's graphics. So it's not only printmaking, it's also connected to graphic design. So you study both. Depending on the year, we have a high number of candidates, and it's quite... I was the first under the, the limit.
Wow.
So I didn't know what to do, and I had my... So to go for the art academy, we have practical exams. So not only your portfolio, but you have to come, and now it's a bit simplified. But when I took my entry exams, enrolled for studies, I had to take half day of drawing, half day of painting, being here at the academy, my portfolio, then like a specialized task with drawing. And then I had like an interview with a group of professors. So it was long. It was about a week of entry exams, and it was exhausting.
And how is it now? I mean, if one of my friends wants to join the academy from India or maybe from somewhere else.
It depends. For international students, we have created a simplified way because it's impossible to fly here just to have practical exams. So it's the candidates are accepted basing on the portfolio. It's also possible if we want to talk to candidate to invite the candidate for an interview, but we can do it online. And but this is we only have an MFA program for international students, so we we do not offer like studying in English on the bachelor level here, so it's just master.
But even in masters, I'm not having any problem, to be very honest. And I think, just a student suggestion that I think you should do this bachelor stuff for students from international, from other countries as well. Because, one of my sisters, cousin, one of my cousins is like really interested in art. And when she sees me doing all this stuff, I'm like everywhere. I does printmaking, glass blowing, photography. This is the studio where I live, my photography studio. But, and she's like so fascinated because, to be very honest, in India, the art culture is completely different. And I think in most of the Asian countries, it's same. If you leave Japan, because Japan has their own cultural art schools and stuff. But in India, we have an idea, it's called National Institute of Design. and it starts with drawing, and you have to draw to get into it. I mean, and what if I want to be an art student, but I'm not good with drawing? I mean, I wanted to be a photographer. I'm not good with drawing, but still I'm here because art can be anything, as drawing can be anything. So yeah, we'll come to drawing. I have like another section for this drawing thing where I'm gonna listen to your story.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, do you think that is it possible to create bachelor studies? I mean, create bachelor studies for international students as well in coming 2, 3, 4 years?
I think it's possible, but it's not up to me.
But
it would have to be the decision of the authorities of the school, so the rector, vice rectors, and people that are creating the direction of the whole institution.
But the kind of
I think the recent time with the COVID and some other problems, it also delayed, like it slowed down the whole process of that we call internationalization of education.
Fancy.
So yeah, it's not only hosting international students, accepting international students for studies, but the term internationalization, it refers also to sending our students abroad for part of their studies or full cycle. We have many partner institutions around the world, especially in the European Union, because this system allows the Erasmus exchange of students and faculties. But yeah, the recent years, it's slowed down naturally. So I think it will take some time to rebuild, and then maybe they can think about
definitely
growing.
Because the kind of infrastructure we have, I mean, I think this is the only school in Poland where you have like glass studio running.
Of course, yes, we have, and it's also connected with the location of the city, and the tradition of glass making. It comes from here, from this region, from Lower Silesia. So I'm really proud of that. Keeping the tradition here at the academy, and that we are teaching the new generations of glassmakers, also allowing students focusing on other directions to learn how to make glass, because you can use it.
Yeah, definitely.
And
and not only
it's
glass,
fascinating.
Not only glass, ceramics, furniture designing, printmaking. I mean, printmaking has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 studios in total?
7.
6? Oh, 7 studios. Photography has around 3 studios. I mean, the kind of infrastructure we have, I mean, we as in the school has, I mean, we can produce like amazing artists. Produce, is it a right word? I don't know. I mean, we can like... Anyways.
We can support people.
Definitely.
To...
Yeah, your motherhood. How is it going?
It's challenging, always. I think that's a natural thing when you decide.
But it's fun as well. You enjoy it. Of
course, yes. It's an amazing experience, both for a woman and an artist, and I can also learn a lot from that experience. So I do not regret the decision of having a child.
So you're like a mother for like last 2 years.
Yes.
Great. Probably for the rest of your life.
I hope, yes.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, yeah. When was your first heartbreak?
Heartbreak?
Yeah. When was it? Like the first time your heart got broken?
Oh.
Like smashed.
Kindergarten.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Kindergarten?
Of course. There was, I have that thing for boys named Chris. So my partner now is Chris. His name is Chris. But also the boy in the kindergarten, his boy's name was Chris. And he really liked me, and he would bring me flowers.
In kindergarten?
Yes. But then another girl came to our group, and he switched. So I was heartbroken. I remember it.
In kindergarten. Like the idea of asking you this question is like, if I have a heartbreak, how shall I like deal with it? I mean, when you're like in your adulthood, like after 18, your heart got broken, or 16, 17 also.
Of course, it happened later, and it felt different than the kindergarten experience.
How different was it?
I think the awareness of the situation was different than when I was a kid. So as a teenager, of course, the first heartbreaks, it literally feels like your heart is broken and you're falling apart. But I have an older brother, so when I was a teenager and I was heartbroken, he told me that the things that will not kill you, they will allow you to grow. So this is also something I keep in my mind.
And how did you deal with it? I mean, with me, it was like completely different. Last 2 of my ex-girlfriends like cheated on me.
Okay.
Like, cheated on me. So I was like, okay.
I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter. I mean, it was like 2 years back. And after that, I am a kind of person who was like, let it be. My work and me are the best. Sorry, my work and I are the best. And this is how I dealt with it. That I occupied myself so much. I started working so much that I did not have any time to think about anything else. And it helped me out, to be honest. I mean, and it was like one by one after one. So for me, it was like, why is it happening with me only? So how you dealt with
it? Each case will be different, It's like, but I don't know. I'm 35. I had some relationships in the past, and like both they ended different ways. Like also, sometimes it was my initiative to end the relationship.
That's cool.
It happened. So maybe that was even harder than being dumped.
I get it. What art teaches you? For example, art teaches me to love and to believe in this concept called gratitude and hope, of course. So these are the 3 things that being in an art scenario teaches me a lot. I mean, love, gratitude, and hope. What art teaches you? An overall concept of art.
Art teaches me to see the world from different perspectives. So the diversity of thoughts and feelings that people may have, looking at exactly the same thing or situation.
And is it fun to be an artist for you?
Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's hard. It really depends on the moment of my life. It's also a responsibility,
To be an artist?
Yes.
Definitely. You're the change maker.
Exactly. So
what is the one thing that you like the best about you being an artist? The one best thing.
I can connect it with traveling and meeting people. Yes.
For me, it's probably observation. I mean, the one thing that is there is observation. Whatever you create, I believe in that. I have observed it somewhere, and that is why I'm creating it. Even from the universe or nature or your overall surrounding.
Of course, I agree. Like the observation, noticing things, maybe unnoticed by the others. It's the quality that creative people have.
And
you notice things that's might be important to pay the attention of others too.
And travel also gives you a lot of opportunity to observe people, new condition, new surrounding. And when you combine travel and art, nothing could be better than that, I think, for me, because I really like traveling. And how travel helped you to be a better artist or to better person?
So this, I have to mention one other professor from the art academy.
Yes, let's go.
Okay, so this is Professor Alexandra Janik. Before we started recording, yeah, she was never my professor, so I never attended her any of her classes, but she was the first person who hired me at the academy. For some projects, like European funded projects, for managing things, not for arts. But she also supported a lot the opportunity of traveling. And she showed me by her own travels that it is important to meet other people and to visit other places. Because then when you come back home, you have a different view at things.
Probably she's traveling right now also. I mean,
she's in Japan right now.
She's in a sabbatical
for 1 year in Tokyo.
And I had the last class, when the last day she was in the university, she was like taking my class, talking with me on the project. And to be very honest, she just, I mean, everyone gives a different idea, but the kind of perspective she'll show you and leave you just before the door. She'll not open it for you. She'll just leave you there, and it's up to you if you go in or don't. So yeah, any experience about you being an artist that you want to share with us? I mean, you being an artist, and that is something out of the world in any scenario or in anything, your experience.
It's important to have your goals within the creative process, but also your career in the whole like art environment, and to follow your not only goals but intuition on how to get to the point where you want to be, and to work.
To work hard is the key. I mean, someone from the academy only, I think Zofia told me that, your failures at your work are the proof that you are trying and you're working hard, and that's okay. Accept it, work on it, and go beyond.
I agree 100%.
So yeah, I mean, working hard is the key to get there at time, on point, and improve yourself as being a better person, I guess.
Yes. Anything that happens during the process allows you to learn and change. I'm talking about goals, like your goal, your personal goals as artists, where you want to be in like 5, 10, 15 years. But in the creative process, that the goal might change. I always tell to my students, I think we were discussing this yesterday during our class, where we are working on a collaborative project. That to me, the goal, the outcome of the project is not the most important thing.
The process
is important, because if you're too focused on the result, then you might miss the things that could happen in between. So you should be very sensitive for anything that might happen in between.
For how long are you living in this city called Wrocław, which is one of my favorite city in Poland, to be honest?
Almost 15 years.
15 years. And how do you like it?
I love it.
Tell me something. I mean, something amazing about Wrocław.
Wow.
The place of meeting?
The meeting place. That was the I don't know, the slogan they used to advertise the city. It was the European capital of culture. a few years back.
2016,
So
I guess.
it's very vibrant with all the initiatives, not only artistic, but other like different association, foundations, and institutions that support people to do interesting things. So, yeah, I think it used to. Someone told me that. I think it was my aunt who used to live in Switzerland for many years. She said, like, being in Wrocław, she feels like in 70s or 80s that was New York. Then it moved to Berlin, but now the interest of people is moving, and then it's moving to Poland. And Wrocław is one of the places that interesting things are really happening here right now. So it's a good place to be.
Definitely. Such a diverse city. I mean,
very open.
Italian, Spanish, Indian. I mean, all the communities, a lot of people from different countries. And this is true that
I think people here, also Polish people living in Wrocław, are very open. And it's directly related to the history of the city, because it's not like we're here for hundreds of years. Most of the people living in Wrocław right now, they traveled here or were forced to move here after the Second World War happened. So from the region of Ukraine, the borders of Poland were moved, and people, Lviv was one of the academic centers before the war. So many of the academics, the members of the academic society, moved to Wrocław.
That's great. I mean, I personally love this city. Anyways, tell me a best thing about you. One good thing, one best thing about you. That you know what, this is the best in me.
Oh, the best in me.
Yeah. Apart from being a printmaker, an amazing mom, and amazing teacher. So these three things I know.
I am really good at planning things and organizing things. Yes.
True. I'm gonna ping you soon then. one worst thing about you. That, this is the worst thing about me.
I argue a lot with the closest ones. Yes.
Closest ones.
Yes.
Cool.
I'm really like, pushy with things. That I want them to be done my way.
My way. You
so
like to
I have to work on the compromise. How
when
to
is your birthday?
September 11th.
You're a Leo. No, you're a Libra. Sorry. Anyways, I don't care. One of the best thing about this university, about our art school, because I'm a part of it, so that's why I'm asking you. The best thing. I mean, this is you cannot find anywhere else.
I think the community, people. You cannot find the same people anywhere else. And these are people with amazing energy, expertise in different directions, like technical skills, open minds. These are good people. And we are the community, we are a family. We really support each other. Yeah. So
shall I ask
people,
you
because the equipment you can have anywhere in the world. But,
true.
And the tradition also they keep, like the professors, the older professors that the
mix of older and younger professors, and you get both the perspective being a student. Shall I ask you the worst thing about the university, or it will be controversial for you?
I think all the teachers would agree that we have too much of the paperwork. So that's nothing new. And also, you keep working on having less of that, but it's
too much of paperwork. Yeah, I experienced your anger in one of my things. Anyways, also I think that we have a lot of we have a less of academic stuff and a lot of management stuff. And just you have to run from one door to another. Yeah, but yeah, being
It's a public university,
yeah.
so it's financed by the public money. So also, like hating the paperwork, I also understand the purpose of it. Like you really have to pay attention of how you spend the public money, because it comes from the people, from taxes, also from our taxes.
Definitely. I mean, if we keep few things aside, to be very honest, this being a student, I'm telling you, one of my best experience and the best days of my life. I mean, I really hate why pandemic was there and we couldn't like be here in such an amazing place. So yeah, ultimately, I mean, being here for me is like the thing. Was the culture same as it is now, or it has been changed from you to I? I mean, from you being here and I'm being here.
From me being here like years ago?
Yeah.
You mean like through
5,
time?
10 years ago, I guess.
Of course, the institution is changing.
No, I'm talking about the culture that we have, the relationship right now the students are having with the teachers, because it's very open. I mean, we do not have that hierarchy. You can come, you can talk, you can explore. No one will say no to you no matter what.
I think it hasn't changed. This mood and the tolerance, kind of openness. This is the quality of the academy that we try to cultivate.
That's great.
For different generations, yes. So we have different attitudes, obviously. The older generation, the younger generation, but I think no, there hasn't changed. Weren't changes, like big changes over the years.
Great. Anything you want to tell to the young artists? I mean, that the young artists who are like planning to be an art student, or who are like struggling with being art student, or who are like struggling being an artist?
Don't be afraid.
Like
it's yes, just do things and try, and even if you fail, try again. As I tried, I failed my first entry exam, and I tried again. So it's really worth trying and following your dreams, and it's a beautiful profession.
That's perfect.
So it's really worth.
So give me your handles. I mean, give everyone your handles, like your social media handles, if someone wants to like reach to you or something.
Okay. Can't you put it like...
I can put it. I mean, it would be great that... Okay,
yes,
I'll just put it.
You can put it
that would
on
be
the
great.
screen.
Also, I think we should do it. I mean, you just look into that camera and say that if you liked it, they can like, share and subscribe this overall channel or whatever we will be having in that camera. Yeah.
You should subscribe to the beautiful channel that we are now creating.
So yeah, this was the end of our talk with Zuzza, but beginning of the Unart show. Hope you liked it. Also, I have given the Instagram handle of Zuzza in the description. Please go and check it out. If you have any suggestions or any questions, please write us in comment section. I will try to address all of them. This was the end, and hope to see you in the third episode. Till then, bye bye.